Hey everybody. So this is a quick tutorial of how to use Quizizz for practice problems. This is a quick tutorial. I'm not going to go through everything, but I will just show you the basic uses for it. So typically what I would do, sometimes I'll create from scratch a new quiz altogether. If you don't find anything, usually there's stuff out there. There's a lot of different ways that you can search. If I'm saying comparing decimals, okay, so I can search comparing decimals, and there'll be a lot of stuff that I can go and check out if I want to see the models and stuff like that. And it gives you a little bit of information like fourth grade, fifth grade, stuff like that. Usually they're fairly accurate. And so I could scroll down and say, I'm like, okay, this one looks good. I want the models. So what I can do is I can scroll over this side and I can scroll up or down to see all the different questions to see, okay, do I like all the different questions on there and say, okay, well, I like it. So I'm going to click like, and that would put it into my likes. But maybe I want to assign it right now. So what I would do is I would take this and I would click on it. And when you go down here, you can edit if you want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and you have to click this edit button here. All right, and it creates a duplicate, so they don't use the one that's online already. They'll use create a new one for you. And so say 60 seconds. I don't think that's long enough. So I want to actually change it. Each problem, I'm going to give them 3 minutes to solve it. Now, what's cool is that you can actually change that for all the questions too, so that every single question has a particular amount of minutes to it. You can delete the problem altogether. You can duplicate a problem. You can create a new question, stuff like that. I've never used the teleport. And if you want to, you can drag and drop if you want to reorder some of these. Okay, so and then you can just edit each individual item here. So say I want to, I'm good. All I wanted to do was change the minutes on here. Maybe I wanted to delete this one. I didn't like that one, so I'm going to delete it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is now I'm going to finish the quiz. And this was fourth grade that I was assigning this to. So I'm going to save that. And I can share it with other users if I want to. Or I can type in the email right here. But right now I'm not going to. And then what I would do is I usually assign this as homework. And that's because it does it outside of hours so that you can do it like this. So you can assign complete the quiz by, and you can set a date. So say you're giving them maybe 3 days to do it or something like that. You really want them to do it on the first day, but you'll give them 3 days by a certain time frame, and maybe you can even tell the students that. And then you can click on host game, and then they can go to joinmyquiz.com and then enter that code, or they can just go to quizizz.com and they can click join a game, and this is the code that they're going to use for that. The thing about it, though, this is very important, that when the students log in, they need to log in as their first names. You don't want their last names in there. And you don't want some kind of code name, or some fake name that they make up, because then you don't know who they are. So it's really important that they put their first name in there. I wouldn't have them put anything else in there unless you want them to put like the last four, whatever. But don't use any personal information other than first name that can't be really traced. Okay. So I would copy and paste that somewhere safe so you don't lose it. and you could always go back and you can check how the students are doing. My quizzes, this was my collection, 19 questions, 10 questions, and then I can actually go in there and I can see how the students are doing on that. So, oh, I'm sorry, and that would be in the reports. So you can definitely tell there's some kids that definitely struggled on some of these, and so you can see from that who um, these students didn't typically put their first names or anything like that. They just put in codes. So this is why it's difficult to see who attempted it or who didn't. So it's really important that they've put their first names in there so that you know that. All right. So if you have any other questions, let me know.